Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again. And on today's episode, I have a story for you here today of a fiance who decided to cheat on her husband with their neighbor. So what he decided to do was to delete her life's work. Let's jump into this one. It should be pretty damn funny. So this is a wife who cheated with the neighbor, or excuse me, fiance who cheated with the neighbor. The man obviously found out, and he decided to delete all of her work, whatever that may be. Let's jump in. Let's take a listen to it. So this guy says, I wasn't planning to be home. I woke up feeling off, not sick, just not 100%. He called in and took the day off. He picked up his fiance's favorite coffee on the way back as a small gesture. He figured he'd hang out, rest up, and spend a little extra time with her. We had both been pretty busy lately. Between my hours and her obsession with finishing her book, we hadn't spent much time together. I thought a quiet day at home would be a good thing, but what I found at home changed everything. So this is a 32-year-old dude. She's 31 years of age. They have been together for roughly 8 years and engaged for the last 2. Wedding was supposed to happen in the spring, and they had already paid the deposit on the venue, had a rough guest list, and was starting to talk about honeymoon plans. So this is a woman who's 31 years of age, long-term relationship. And this is what I always say about these stories where there's like a long-term relationship involved. Usually if the woman is cheating on you at year 8, she has probably been cheating on you the entire damn time. Okay, dudes will find this out years into the relationship, but what's actually been happening is usually the women have been cheating the entire damn time. You know, this time it's with the neighbor. I mean, this woman has probably cheated with an ex-boyfriend or something previously. There are just, by the time you catch a woman doing something, guys, usually it has been done so many times before, and you just never found out until the current point in time. So they had the deposit on the venue and everything, were organized to get married, and he worked in construction project management. He worked long hours, but they were steady. She worked from home as a freelance editor. Her big focus lately was on the novel she'd been working on for the past 3 years. So he's been assuming, right, here's what's happening. The dude is out there working hard, doing long hours. The woman is essentially chilling at home, doing nothing, writing a book. Right now, I don't know much about writing books. Okay, guys, I'm not exactly an author, I suppose, but this doesn't sound to me like it's a very profitable venture, at least at the minute, right? Sounds like she's doing some, you know, some freelance editing, but she's essentially just been sitting at home writing her book, is what this dude has been saying. So what this means is he's been paying the bills and she's been sitting at home writing her book and screwing around with men while he's been out paying the bills. Right? Because make no mistake, these guys who are doing the long hours, they are the ones who are usually paying the bills. They are the reason that the mortgage hasn't been defaulted, and they're the ones who are making everything happen. Now, the women oftentimes take this for granted and then end up going out and cheating on the guy. He said, I backed her completely. I bought the yep, check it out. I bought the laptop she wrote on, helped her with backup storage, read early drafts. I even took extra shifts sometimes so that she could stay focused on her writing without worrying about bills. I genuinely thought we were solid. Right, so he's picking up the majority of the bills at the very least. And here's the thing. I guarantee you the woman is angling to try and get him to take some extra shifts at work because she knows this means she can probably spend time with another dude, or she can get away with some screwing around. A lot of the times, these guys who work very long hours, they're away from their wives for long periods of time, or girlfriends and stuff. Usually the women end up straying during this time at some way or another. So she probably actually intentionally did this, probably intentionally tried to get him to pick up extra shifts so that she would know that he's at work so she can screw around with the other dudes. So he says, I came in through the side entrance and immediately noticed the living room TV was on, but no one was watching it. Then I heard voices. I walked in and saw her with our neighbor, a guy in his 50s, who sometimes watched our house when we were out of town. They were on the couch together, way too close, clearly in the middle of something. It took him a second to process what he was seeing. He didn't react. He just stood there for a minute. He bolted without saying a word. She started crying immediately, apologizing, trying to explain, saying she didn't know what came over her. and he didn't want to deal with it right then, so I told her I needed time and left. I stayed at a friend's place that night. All things considered, this is actually probably a lot better than it could have gone. I know a lot of guys get very angry in situations like this. They make some sort of highly emotional decision and so on. So it's good that he just immediately left her ass and he went to stay with the friend. Let's hope that the next thing that he does is immediately just get rid of her. I always think that the thing you should do as a dude is just immediately throw the woman out. Okay, you shouldn't be paying her bills anymore. All of the benefits of being with you should stop, and she shouldn't receive a damn thing from you. Let's continue. So over the next week, she acted like she was trying to fix it, cooking his favorite meals, leaving little notes, offering to go to couples therapy. I love this idea, by the way, how like women will cheat on you. And then they're like, yeah, you know, let's try and make this relationship work. Let's go to therapy. Like, what do you mean go to therapy? Why does the dude have to go to therapy? Essentially, these couples therapies, by the way, are just, you know, trying to get the man to get over it. That's really what it is. The man has to work through his emotions. How about you work your way out of the damn house? How about that? Leave. How about that? She's saying she'd cut off all contact with him. This guy's a neighbor, by the way, so I don't even know why she's lying like that. Saying it was a mistake, a one-time thing, saying she still wanted to marry him. He kept his distance emotionally, told her I was thinking things through. I was polite, calm, didn't show any anger. That seemed to reassure her, but internally I had already made up my mind. I was done. I just hadn't told her yet. So fantastic. At least this guy is leaving. I never understand these men who decide to stay in these relationships. I think it's the stupidest thing ever. The woman is absolutely going to cheat on you again. If someone cheats on you, they're going to cheat on you again if you allow them to. Right? What I mean by that, by allow them to, is like if you stay in a relationship with them is what I mean. They are going to do it again. Right? All these people put up like boundaries and all of this sort of stuff. It's like, no, it's too late for boundaries. Absolutely too late. So that book was her main focus. She worked on it every day. She talked about publishing it constantly. She had copies backed up in multiple places, cloud, external devices, or drives, excuse me, email. He'd heard the plot in various forms more times than he could count. He'd even helped her run edits past her readers or beta readers. It was the thing she was most proud of. One night while she was asleep, he went through her computer and deleted every version, the cloud accounts, the Google Drive folder, the USB drive she kept in her desk. I emptied the trash and used a file shredder on the files so they couldn't be recovered. 3 days later, she realized it was all gone. She was in her office for a while, then I heard her start to panic. She called out to me, came into the kitchen, asking if I had a backup, visibly shaken. He said no. She fell down, full on sobbing, said she didn't understand how it happened, asked if it was a glitch or a virus. I didn't say anything else. She spent the rest of the day trying to recover files, calling her tech friends, even messaging her beta readers. Nothing worked. It was gone. He said, I moved out later that week. So this dude just erases everything and then dips. Honestly, I'm not even mad at the guy, to be honest. Hey, you know, I'm really not. Is it petty? Yes. Did she deserve it? Yes. I don't really care what happens to these people after the fact. I really don't, you know. You've got a cheating wife who has supported this entire time. She probably wouldn't have even made any sort of progress. Excuse me, fiance. She wouldn't have made any of this progress if the dude didn't allow her to stay at home and sit on her ass all day anyway. So I don't really care if he decides to delete it all. Do I think it was worth the effort? No. Am I mad that he did it? Also no. Let's continue. He said, I moved out later that week, so I gave her a month to find another place. He took his name off any shared accounts, blocked her number, and changed the locks after she moved out. I don't know why dudes have shared accounts with women. Terrible idea. Mutual friends later mentioned that she hadn't written since. She had tried restarting the book, but also couldn't get back into it. Yeah, probably because she couldn't afford to sit at home writing a book all day now that she has to pay her own bills. That's probably why. Apparently, she scrapped the whole idea. I also found out that the neighbor ended up moving away a couple of months later. I'm not sure if it was related or not, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, so this dude probably had a wife or something as well, or a girlfriend or something. Usually the men that women cheat with already have a woman. As much as women will try and pretend like, oh, I didn't know he had a wife or a girlfriend. Yes, they do, guys. The reason why they're attracted to them in the first place, usually in part, is at least because the man has attention from other women, as much as people try to deny this. So the dude moves away as well. Obviously, some sort of an issue there. So he says, she made her choices, I made mine. I didn't yell, I didn't break anything. I just removed something I had helped her build. To some people, that might seem harsh. I don't really care. I don't think it was harsh, really. But I didn't do it out of anger. I did it because I had supported her completely, and she still decided to betray me. That made it pretty clear that we weren't a team. That chapter of my life is closed now. I've been focusing on my job, reconnecting with friends, and honestly, I'm doing fine. I don't know, guys. This guy seems pissed off. This guy seems pissed off to me. Rightfully so, by the way. You know, like stories like this, I personally wouldn't downplay being pissed off. I think men have a right to be pissed off in situations like this. I really do. You know, people will say, oh, just get over it, not that big of a deal, or you should have gave her more attention. They'll try and gaslight the dude every time. But I think the men are totally justified being completely pissed off, to be honest. We're going to be leaving today's episode there. Guys, do not forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.